This is King Noble Black Supremacy. And with this particular video, I want to expose young Pharoah as coon lacking. In the last series of videos he put out, he got called coon lacking. Now we know that young Pharoah did some videos claiming to be research on Minister Louis Farrakhan and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and their dealings with Khalid Abdul Muhammad and Malcolm X. Now we know that this was his own research, so you can't be mad at nobody for their research, whether it's half-ass, inefficient, not thorough. It's still their research. The word research means to research. Search again. Somebody already searched that shit that you now opening the book on, and now you're going to search it again, so you're going to research. And if you mess up, you didn't quite hit the spot, research, search that shit again and again and again till you get it. Nobody can be mad at you for that. The issue is the disrespectful, condescending, and insulted things that you said that were ignorant, to the point of niggerish things that you said about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Minister Louis Farrakhan. The things that you said were very disturbing, and so disturbing that it created a backlash with the Nation of Islam and followers and supporters and advocates of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. It wasn't because of your research. It was because of the derogatory and condescending manner of which you presented that information to someone we hold in high esteem. Basically, disrespect of our elders and our teachers, people we hold in high esteem. So it's not that you did it, it's the manner in which you did it. However, that caused you to do something that was very ignorant and very unconscious, and something that amounts to cooning. You invoked your First Amendment right to free speech, and you said out your own mouth that the Constitution is the supreme doctrine, that no doctrine of no black organization is higher than the United States Constitution. So you invoked your First Amendment Constitution, and you said that you are willing to defend that, to the point that we can assume that you were willing to use your Fourth Amendment to defend your First Amendment. That's your right to bear arms. Two problems with that. Let me show you how that's cooning. For one, that you believe that the United States Constitution, which is a very fallible doctrine that has errors and has as many contradictions, if not more, than the series that you're doing in exposing the contradictions and hypocrisies within the different religions and groups that you're going through. Masons, Moors, Nation of Islam, Islam, whatever. You're exposing the flaws within these certain religious theologies or ideologies. You're pretending as though that the Constitution itself is not as fallible as these other doctrines, that somehow it's a supreme doctrine. That's upholding white supremacy. Believing that the Constitution is a supreme doctrine and is not as just as contradictive and as confusing and perplexing as the Bible or as any other doctrine written by the white man. It's as equally, if not more, flawed and falls short of supreme. That's the first problem. And that the second, your rights as a conscious person has been given to you by the white man. So you're using the white man, laws that he gave you, rights that he gave you to defend yourself against your black brother. You're going to try to use white supremacy to defend yourself against black supremacy. Why do I say that? Because the teachings of the Nation of Islam has a certain hint of black supremacy in them. There's black supremacy in the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, that we are supreme beings. We the makers and owners of the planet Earth. We're the original man. That's a black supremacy doctrine. So you're going to invoke your First Amendment right that's given to you by white supremacy to defend yourself against black supremacy. So you're going to use the white man and his institutions and his government and use white supremacy to attack black supremacy and protect yourself against black supremacy. If that ain't Cooning, I don't know what is. That's Cooning. That you're going to use white supremacy to attack black supreme doctrines, to attack black organizations and black leaders. Because that's what you did when you invoke the First Amendment. You're invoking white supremacy. You're standing with white supremacy and you're exalting the Constitution as the highest doctrine. And in order to defend the rights that was given to you by your slave master, you're willing to fight your brother to defend those rights. But if you flip it around, when it comes to using that free speech against the white man, now you're quiet, you're silent, you hush hush. Now you know how to be calculative in what you say. You know how to be wise. Well, I'm not going to say that on the internet. Well, I can't say that. I can't go hard like that, because if you use that intellect and knowledge and wisdom that you had, because you're very brilliant, brother, if you use that against the white man, you would hit the white man where it hurts. If you could let out and just say whatever the hell you wanted to say about white supremacy and the institutions of white supremacy, you would hit the white man where it hurts. But you're scared to do that because you know that'll hurt him. So you limit your own free speech. So you don't use your free speech to go at the white man. You use the power that backs free speech to go at black leaders and black teachers. You can prove me wrong by just using that same free speech and banging on the enemy, bang on police brutality, bang on the institutions of white supremacy. And go just as hard as you're going against black leaders and defend your free speech against them. When the enemy comes at you, use your free speech against him. But you're not going to use your free speech against him. You're not going to defend your free speech against him. You're going to shut up and you're going to comply and you're going to go along with it. Because when you was attacking Dr. Ma'at, that was your free speech. You didn't say I have the free speech to say anything that I want about Dr. Ma'at. When the institutions of white supremacy came at you, you start saying, well, I didn't say that. I didn't say it like that. They lying on me. I didn't make any terroristic threats. But if you got freedom of speech, you could be able to say whatever the fuck you want to say. But no, you just have freedom of speech when it comes to attacking black institutions, because that's why white supremacy was set up, to attack black. Your rights only go one way. When you're speaking against black, you have a right. When you're speaking against white, you better shut up and hush hush and be quiet. The second proof of that is I did the open season video. I did a very prophetic editorial talking about living in the era of it being open season on the police. And you came out and did a video admonishing me, saying, oh, you shouldn't say that, and you shouldn't tell black people to go out and do this, and you shouldn't say that, and y'all gotta be careful what you say on the internet. What about free speech, though? Defend your free speech on the internet. Defend your free speech against white supremacy attacking you. So you got caught coon lacking because you've exalted white supremacy and you stand by that and you invoke that and you're willing to defend that to go against your brothers, but you're quiet when it comes to using your free speech to defend your brothers. And the Constitution put you in slavery because now you used to can run from city to city, from state to state. If the white man oppress you in this state, you can run over to that state. If the white man oppress you in that city, you can run over to that city. But now with the federal government, with federal supremacy, with white national supremacy, they can put their foot on you anywhere you at. You can't even run from white supremacy. It has expanded itself. You thought you got freed from the South, But you got freed into a broader form of enslavement. Now you are a national slave. You used to be a town slave, a city slave, a state slave, a local slave. Now you're a national slave. Matter of fact, you're an international slave to white supremacy. Because they want you wherever you go, you they nigga. So the same Constitution that you saying is giving you the right to bang on your brother, that you will defend, that you call the supreme doctrine of the land, is what gives them the right to regulate and govern over you and rule over your black ass. So you got called coon lacking because you're not politically conscious. You're religiously conscious. You're attacking the different religions and different theologies and different ideologies and pseudosciences. But you're not politically conscious, because if you're politically conscious, you would not try to put yourself behind the institution of white supremacy, considering yourself to be black and conscious. Attack your brother and then hide behind the Constitution, my First Amendment right. That's cooning. Thinking that the Constitution is supreme. It's black people out here that don't give a goddamn about the United States Constitution. If you attack them, they're going to attack you back. If you come at them, they're coming at you back. So that's just not true that you're going to be protected by the Constitution. That just means the federal government is going to put that chalk down. They're going to chalk out your body. And that's not to you personal. That's just to those people who believe that they can attack black organizations or say anything they want about black organizations and leaders, and somehow the Constitution, that this piece of paper is going to somehow protect you. It's going to be at all places at all time. And even that your Fourth Amendment right is going to protect you, that you're going to have a gun at all the time in all places, and it's going to load, it's going to work properly all the time, and you're going to be able to protect your First Amendment right against blacks. It makes no sense. It's illogical. But it's cooning though, and it shows a belief in white supremacy, that's where your solidarity is coming from. Your doctrine is the Constitution, because that's what empowers you. That's the fundamentals of which you believe you can attack everybody else on. You can't stand up as a man knowing that your rights come from your existence. Your rights bear witness to that your true rights come from your DNA. It's your divine inheritance. It has nothing to do with no white man's constitution or rights or none of that shit. That you was free before the Constitution, and you should be free after the white man. That's being conscious. That's being aware. That your freedom has nothing to do with the white man, and your true rights have nothing to do with the white man. That's a box. That's a different form of slavery. That's a different construct to put you in to make you feel free. But he who gives you your freedom, he who limits your freedom, interprets your freedom, and regulates your freedom is still your master. You cooning. It's King Noble Black Supremacy. Join my website, www.kingnobleuncensored.c.o.m. Donate and don't hate.